But can I ask questions during stream?
We're live, by the way.
Gosh dang it! Every flipping time!
Yes, we want to load
the 19th. Oh, you're right. This is me, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Is it? I don't know. I don't remember. Is it you that's Avery or me that's Avery?
I'm Avery.
Okay.
But I think you were still doing narrator.
Maybe that was it. Mog, why are you hissing at your sister?
Because he's a cat.
Oh yeah, sorry, this one's me. I get back to work, but it's hard not to think about Reese the whole time. What a nerd. A cute, cute nerd.
No. Blank.
Loading.
But it's blank.
I'm walking on the sun with the stars on my shoulders and the wind in my hair. Or some other complicated metaphor. I don't know. I've been so happy lately. It's great.
Thanks for getting that song stuck in my head. Walking on the Sun.
Walking on the Sun?
Smash Mouth song.
Okay. I didn't know you listened to so much Smash Mouth.
I think that's the only two... All-Star and that are the only two songs I know from them. But apparently they're pretty good. Other than All-Star.
Isn't there another famous one from them? That was around the time of All-Star? Pretty sure there is. I mean, work is still work, and mochi is still mochi. But I got a real cute crush I can spend my time with, and I'm starting to get to the bottom of this magical curse thing. Well, for the most part. Reese walks me through more magic, but he hasn't figured out how to break it himself. We hang out at the cafe after work for the next couple days. I can tease him all I want there. It'd be nice if he could come over as a human. Anyway, I digress. I think he's onto something. He's been sewing a lot tonight. Like, a lot. He started by mending my hoodie. Well, mending is a simple word for it. It looks like new. Better than that. Like I bought it from a designer.
Oh, right. We ended on the joke that he was going to be sitting there mending the hoodie for a week. Reese, this is amazing. Looks like you used a fancy machine.
You're saying that to flatter me.
I mean it. Is that like natural or did you use magic?
I imbued the thread with magic. Obviously. You should be able to feel it in the hem.
Yeah, of course.
I hadn't thought of that. I run my thumb over the hem of the sleeve. I feel a tingle like static electricity.
Does it do anything? Or does it just feel cool?
Well, it should keep you warm or cold depending on the weather. You'll have to tell me if it works.
Wow, that's so cool. Thanks.
Now give me your pants. No, wait! Not like that! So I can sew them! Your cuff's fraying!
I love I had the exact same reaction as Amber before that popped up. I'm good, thanks.
Maybe you should suggest that on a day when Avery isn't wearing those exact pants, Reese.
While you're in work.
Well, it looks like after hours. Although there's no curtains.
And, like, the coworkers are probably still around.
Not necessarily. Again, it looks like after hours. The windows are dark.
Okay, Mason's gone. Got it.
The others have left ahead of you before. Like when you're busy playing video games with Finley after hours. Everyone else is left.
But also, yeah, there's no curtains. That's creepy.
And you have no other pants to change into, is my point. Instead, Reese raids Graves' closet and plays around with his sweaters. Look at him. He isn't trying with his own clothes. Not willing to put his own stuff on the line, huh? Brat. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna enjoy the show. The thread moves with more and more finesse as he practices. It weaves around through the fabric like it's dancing. It's kind of relaxing.
So sewing magic?
Seems like it. Huh? Next thing I know, Reese is leaning over me, shaking my shoulder. Avery, get up. It's late. You should go home.
Good idea.
You're making fussy mochi noises. You must be tired. Come on, I'll walk you out. If only Reese turned into a horse or a giant dog or something, he could carry me home.
My big, strong attack cat will keep me safe on our way home.
Let go. It's way later than when I usually leave. Usually the sunset's still peeking through the city skyline, but tonight the moon's already high. See? After hours, after everyone else has left. Back home, the crickets would be chirping full force right now. They get super noisy this time of year. Car noises echoed from the main roads are close enough. Wait a second. We're a few blocks away from the cafe.
Reese? You're not a cat.
So I'm not. I throw my arms around his waist and try to lift him in celebration. He's not that much smaller than me, and I'm not that much stronger than him, so he doesn't go far. Oof. Okay, Avery, that's enough.
You got it, pal.
I set him down. He adjusts his jacket. He's trying to look stoic, but I see the corners of his lips turning up. He can't hide it from me!
Look at you, man about town. If it weren't so late, I'd take you out for dinner right now.
I think I'm the one that should be taking you out for all you've done for me.
Gosh dang it, Avery.
Go ahead, read your line.
Gosh dang it, Avery. Why did you do this to me, you terrible person? I just did it to get in your pants.
Shut up! I mean it! Or I meant it! Seriously. Thank you.
I meant it too!
Oh my god, look at him light up like a Christmas tree. He sputters and makes nonsense noises. He's about to fall over like one of those fainting goats.
I'm just teasing. Come on, let's go.
You're gonna shorten my lifespan. He timidly reaches 2 fingers out to loop around my pinky. Now I'm the one doing a bad job hiding a smile. I grab his hand. What a shy boy. We walk for a few blocks like that. As we approach the apartment, he halts. I'll be going back to the cafe, so...
What? Really? I thought you were coming over.
Oh, no, I just wanted to walk you home.
Oh my god, you're so cute. Come here.
I pull his hand towards me. When the rest of him follows, I give him a kiss. He seems a little better at it than before. Maybe I just caught him off guard last time. Good night, Avery!
Good night.
I wait until he's about a block away before I turn back. I'll float back home. As I round the corner, I feel a tense, creeping stiffness crawl up my back. My steps slow, my legs are suddenly heavy. This is familiar, like the feeling I got the other day before I ran into that dude who kept staring at me. It's like someone's breathing down my neck or looming behind me, reading over my shoulder. Is someone following me?
Yes.
Whip around. Just the street. I walk faster. I feel it growing with every step toward my apartment. Dread hollows a burrow in my stomach. Why do I feel so anxious? I'm just going home. I don't even have far to go. Am I getting sick? Oh. Oh no. It's him. Did he find out where I live? Does he live here too? No. That's too much of a coincidence. My limbs freeze. I feel my heart shaking inside my rib cage. My head is swimming. Everything is wrong. I can't place why.
Howdy. Good evening? Good night?
My voice feels small and foreign, like it's thrown by a ventriloquist. I try to beeline for the door, but he sidesteps and blocks my way. Creeper.
Now, why the hurry? Won't you answer a couple questions, kiddo?
His deep, drawling voice is saccharine venom, just like the previous times. He puts on a smile, but it's certainly not one that puts me at ease.
Hey, Avery doesn't remember any of that.
Of course, because this is an alternate universe.
Exactly. Do you need directions? You seem lost.
I can't keep the tremor out of my voice. He notices.
Well, ain't you smart? Right to the point. Why, yes, I am lost. But I ain't looking for a place. Oh, I found that. Looking for a guy. Think you can help? I'm pretty new to the city. I probably can't. I reckon you can. Suppose I shouldn't mince words. You're a busy person. I'm already feeling guilty wasting your time. I'm trying to hunt down Graves. You seen him? Hmm?
Is he a friend? He can't be. He feels...
See, I've been looking all over for my poor buddy, and it's like he doesn't exist. He don't exist.
Yeah, you gotta keep the grammar in that voice.
Ain't that a shame? Oh, yeah? I haven't seen him recently either.
Anger flashes over his face like an eclipse, vanishing as quickly as it had come.
Too bad. We got so much to talk about. I suppose his apprentice will do. That'll send the message.
Intent reaches my feet before it hits my ears. I'm running before I know it. I'm not dumb enough to stick around and find out what he means by send the message, even though I'm really dumb, actually.
In one timeline, he is. They are.
Hmm?
In one timeline, they are dumb enough.
I don't look behind to see if he's following. That would slow me down. I have to get to the cafe. I just have to run like I'm being chased, even if I'm not. Ping! I hear a sharp noise behind me, like a metal bat hitting a home run. My foot gets stuck. On what? I don't know. It hits the ground and stays there. The horse knocks me over and twists my ankle in a way that shocks pain at my leg. I'm seeing stars and I want to crawl away, but I can't.
I gotta speak to Graves about your manners. Could you turn down the music a little bit? It's like blasting for me.
It's pretty loud.
I don't
Also,
know
did
why
I turn
this
your
one-
volume back up
What?
or down? No, I never turned yours back down, but it's still kind of low. Oh, well.
I gotta speak to Graves about your manners. Didn't even excuse yourself. What a rude little kitten.
I look down. My foot is covered in rust. Rust? His movement is molasses, like he's enjoying a stroll through the park. I crane my head over my shoulder to see him, but it's hard from this angle.
If you'd been polite, we wouldn't need the fight. Don't want to hurt you, kitten.
Past tense.
Didn't want to hurt you, kitten. Gosh dang it.
You really ought to learn, to read.
That's kind of hard. I'm kind of old, and picking up new skills is very hard as you age.
It's not really a new skill.
It's a new skill.
Nope.
I only need a couple answers. But if you want a duel, I ain't gonna complain. Promise you won't run away, yeah? I won't play dirty if you don't.
I don't think I could break this rust without breaking my ankle off. Feels like it's already broken.
That'd be pretty dangerous. Also, why does his shadow look like his hand is dripping?
Because he's holding the baseball bat and shadows work at odd angles.
No, I meant his other hands. His left hands.
Because he's holding it in a creepy way and has exactly one long nail, it looks like.
Ugh. That's a stabbing nail.
It's a claw. Tears sting my eyes. I can barely use my magic to make trash sculptures. How am I supposed to use it to fight? Even though I already got in a fight earlier.
Shh.
I guess technically we didn't do a very good job winning that fight, though.
Yeah, they weren't very successful in that fight.
But I mean, they were more successful than Reese was at the time.
Okay, but the only reason anyone got out of that fight was because of Landry.
Call the police.
Exactly.
I'm doomed. You haven't changed a bit, Nacht. Still pushing around the weak to excuse her own malfeasance. I've never been so happy to hear my boss's voice.
Graves!
Graves will know what to do. I know it.
And here you come, acting like you ain't got anything to do with it. Gonna get me on the subject, old man.
From out of nowhere, Graves is already next to me. He kneels down and places a hand on my foot. What's he holding? Are you hurt? Don't move. This may burn a little. A sensation washes over my rusted foot like stepping in a puddle of battery acid. Oh, maybe that's a bit extreme. It burns, but it doesn't hurt. Rust crumbles to dust. And I'm free! Flex my ankle. It doesn't feel great, but I can at least put weight on it now. Graves stands between me and Nacht. With a flourish only Graves could accomplish, he pulls a sword from his cane. What a perfect weapon for him. Nacht shoves his hand in his pocket and rests on his metal bat like a cane. Just standing there, waiting. How are you now? Can you stand unassisted?
Yeah, thanks. Who is that?
If you'll recall the bike in that alley. I almost forgot. Wait, I just realized. It's ironically in front of a repair shop.
Yes! Yes, it is. That bike will never be repaired, though.
Yes, because anyone who touches it would also get rusted.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because Graves was cleaning up stuff. Graves probably fixed it.
But you probably have to be using magic to resist yourself from the rust.
Yes, but you said it would never be repaired, and I think Graves repaired it.
How do you know? Maybe Graves trashed it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Like...
I almost forgot. The one that was rusted over? The one Graves told me not to touch? This is why? Meet the source of our collective woes.
Oh, come on now. And after all we've been through together...
Avery, I don't imagine this will end well. I have a favor to ask.
Whatever you need, boss.
He drops the cane sheath and takes my hand. And apparently the cane sword. He's just dropped everything, because that seems like a great idea.
Now he attaches the sword part of it to his waist. Through a belt loop or something, I don't know.
That seems like more effort. Also, this only describes dropping the cane sheath. It doesn't even say what happened to the cane sword.
Yeah.
It's floating in the air behind him. His eyes are fierce, fire and ice, staring into mine. I feel like I shouldn't blink. I give it to you. All of it. Take care of it for me, Avery.
It? What? All of what?
Everything. Everything of mine. You'll understand. Now go, as fast as you can. Go to the cafe. You'll be safe there. Even though the image had us standing right in front of the cafe.
Yeah, but we were probably like just outside the boundary line or something.
No, because you were basically all the way home.
We were in the alleyway though when we got caught up. The alleyway that's like right by the cafe.
That's still a good like block or two.
Yeah, but it
I'm gonna chalk that up so the artist didn't keep track of the script.
Oh, probably, but it also could be like a straight shot.
Not that close.
Anyway.
What was that all about? I don't feel any different. Why are you dawdling? Go!
Run away! Don't you worry, kitten.
Wait, he's got his tongue sticking out and he's winking.
Yes, he is.
He's doing a winky tongue face emoji smiley.
Yes.
While saying this to you. I think you should try that. I think you should say this line with your tongue sticking out and one eye half closed.
Nope, I ain't doing that. Nope. Mm-mm. I'll catch up.
Nacht's words haunt me as I run the best I can on my sore ankle. It hurts with every step, but I can't stop.
Reese! Reese!
I hope he hears me. I hope I find him before Nacht.
Reese, help!
I can't go that fast. Maybe if I'm noisy enough, he'll notice. I shout his name. Yes, please shout.
I've probably been shouting as much as I can at this time of night.
And again.
I repeat the same response I just gave you.
And again. Just do the same level shout again.
Reese!
Nothing. I keep shouting. Yes, perfect, thank you. Finally, a faint response. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, a faint response to police.
Did Landry call them again?
Yes.
Great, good. I'm glad.
Oh my gosh. Reese, over here!
Avery! I'm coming! I almost collapsed in relief when he looms into view.
Reese, it's Graves. The cops are after him. Hurry!
I hope the cops are after Nacht.
Nope. After Graves.
After Asmo?
Nope. Only Graves.
But she was such good friends with Asmodeus. She
Oops,
even
so much.
offered to buy him lunch.
That is true. Some witch attacked us. He took him on by himself. We have to go help.
The color drains from Reese's face. He freezes.
Come on. I can't do it alone. But maybe the two of us together.
Take me there.
Hold on. I can't run. I twisted my ankle.
Not exactly twisted.
I rusted my ankle.
Crap! He bites his lip. He clenches his fist so tightly that I'm afraid he'll dig his fingernails through his palms.
Eee.
But then he snaps his head up and grabs my hands. Okay, tell me where to go.
The last side street I take to get to my apartment.
That's all the way by Avery's apartment.
Jeez.
Avery didn't get a block or two away from the cafe. That is all the way back by the apartment.
Jeez.
The last side street. Why did that image have them in front of the cafe?
Continuity errors?
Artists! Okay, seen that. Got it. I don't know if Reese is good with directions, but got it. Don't let go of my hand. I don't know what'll happen if you do. I lock my fingers between his to ensure we're connected as possible. Tentatively, I nod. What's he going to do? He pulls a seam ripper out of his pocket and drags it across the air. Then he pulls something? The air? What's he doing? Something's there. A tiny thread or something, translucent like fishing wire. He pulls and something unravels. I don't know what that something was or what it's become, but I'm definitely looking at a hole in the air.
What?
We're getting in.
What? What is this Merry Melodies nonsense? That's not a thing that can happen.
Sounds like something you would say.
That sounds like something exactly what I would
It's
say.
a Merry Melodies nonsense.
I am so much like Avery, it hurts.
We don't have time to argue. He takes me by the hand and drags me in. Then my foot hits the ground. Hell!
What's that?
That's my magic. My real magic.
Teleportation? Holy crap!
Sounds more like portal creation, which sounds a bit different from teleporting.
Meh.
We don't have time to celebrate. Nacht is still there, almost exactly where I'd left him. And so is Graves. No! No! You're too late. I squeeze Reese's hands. His eyes are already glossy.
Oh, Reese, I'm sorry.
He tears his hand away from me and brandishes the seam ripper. You!
I thought you ran, kitten. Turns out you were just bringing me Graves' little kid. Real kind of you, making my job easier.
Reese looks ready to slash this guy's throat with the seam ripper. Woo! Violence!
And Nacht looks like he's about to, knock Reese's head off.
That's one way of putting it. I think he's about to pop a blood vessel in excitement, but, I guess also knock Reese's head off, maybe. I put my hand on his shoulder. I know if he really wanted to, he could just run off, but maybe he'll listen.
Why are you doing this? What do you want with us? You know, nothing untoward. Just taking back what's mine. Shame that he gave it to you, kitten. I gotta take it from you now.
Stop calling us kitten. We never turned into a cat.
Real pity.
Look, he looks like he's about to pop a blood vessel by his eyeballs.
Also, every one of Graves' worker is kitten, apparently.
I mean, it appears that Reese didn't even make it to kitten. He's just Kit.
Yes, his little kids.
He's a sewing kit. Reese stares at me with unexpected jealousy. Avery! Graves gave it to you?
Gave me what? I don't know what either of you are talking about.
I'm dumb, remember? Reese!
Well, also, nobody's talked about this before. And Graves was just like, yeah, I'm giving it to you. Giving what? Everything.
All of it.
All of what?
All of it, now run! The cafe! Graves gave you the cafe!
Bingo. I imagine you understand the predicament. What? What do you mean he gave me the cafe? That's not how these things work! Ouch. Insult to injury, huh? Giving it to a little lost kitten who doesn't know a thing about magic. Ain't that right, Reese? How do you know his name?
Because I've been stalking you guys for months. Surprise!
Why would not know little baby Reese? His pop and I go way back. You worked hard for Graves, didn't you, Reese? Pretty unfair, yeah? Did so much for him, and he wouldn't even give it to you.
Shut up!
I mean, it does make sense that if Reese's dad knew Graves, Reese's dad would know Nacht.
No shit.
But
remember, we're pretty sure that Nacht is the guy who was in the band with Graves.
Yeah.
You know, the band that Reese's dad went to the concert of where he met Reese's mom.
His mom. Yeah. Yeah.
Your mom went to my concert, literally.
Don't feel bad. That's just how he is. Taken and taken and taken from those who love him, and then tisk tisk, the thanks you get.
Shut up!
Reese, don't listen. He's trying to mess with you.
I can see his fists shaking. He won't look at me. He won't look at anything but Nacht.
Look, let me make this easy. If we work together, we'll both get what we want.
Well, you see, Graves tried to tell Reese before that he was just focusing on the wrong kind of magic. So I feel like Reese should realize he didn't give all that much to Graves.
Yeah.
It's not Graves' fault if Reese decides to be a shit student.
Yeah. And then we independently study magic.
Yes.
We're not anyone's student, technically, I guess.
Well...
Unless you're technically Graves because of the whole bookmark.
I mean, what I'm thinking is that cat with the double eyes, right? The dual-colored eyes, the heterochromia.
Yes.
And it's got black fur.
Yes.
If that's not Graves, that's his familiar.
I think that's just Graves.
I think it's just Graves. Yeah. And Graves is the one who gave you the bookmark thing.
Yes.
To translate it.
Yes.
So we didn't learn directly from Graves, but we did indirectly, because I have a feeling that Graves is also the one who left the book there for Avery to find.
Fair.
Or at the very least, Avery took it and Graves knew about it and didn't take it back, and instead gave Avery a bookmark to read it.
Gave him a bookmark and be like, huh, let's see what happens.
So, like, Graves didn't directly teach Avery, but he did, like...
push him in the direction
indirectly, like, orchestrate it?
Yeah.
So...
But would you technically still call that a student of his?
By varying definitions.
What?
By some varying definition.
Fair.
Because, I mean, like, if a teacher normally assigned you reading, that would be still your teacher, right? They wouldn't be a very good teacher, but they'd still be your teacher. And if a teacher happened to place things in a way that they knew you would find it and be curious and learn about it yourself, they still plotted that and orchestrated it. And so I would still kind of call them your teacher.
Fair. Reese, you aren't taking this guy seriously, are you? He turned Graves into a statue. He's gonna do the same to us.
Reese slashes at the air with a seam ripper. He grabs a string that appears and gives it a good tug.
Oh, you're a strong one, aren't you? Maybe even stronger than your daddy. What are you gonna do with that? Got a weapon stashed in there? Gonna push me in?
Reese grabs my hand. He yanks my arm hard enough to almost knock me over. I stumble forward.
Ow! Jeez, Reese!
He clamps his hand down and drags me into the tear. Then, we're inside.
Oh god. We're back. He didn't follow us, did he?
He still won't face me. He won't say anything.
Reese, you don't believe that slime ball, do you? You know I wouldn't take anything from you on purpose. If you tell me how, I'll just give you the cafe right now if you want.
He makes a terrible hiccuping noise and covers his face. He doesn't want me to see him cry.
Oh, Reese.
I wrap my arms around his waist and pull him against me. I feel his shoulders shaking. He won't talk, but he doesn't push me away.
Reese, I'm sorry. We're gonna figure this out. We'll get him back for what he did to Graves.
He gives a tiny, almost imperceptible nod and puts a hand over mine. I rest my head on his shoulder. We stay like that for a while, enough time for him to calm down. He takes a few deep breaths, each steadier than the last. Sorry, Avery.
For what?
Doubting you. Even for a second. Even if I understand the situation. I got really mad at Graves and at you. I hate that.
What? That's human. I'd be more weirded out if you weren't upset, you know? You didn't, side with Nacht or anything or something, so it doesn't matter to me.
Him? No. I'll destroy him.
We'll talk about destroying people some other time, okay? I need to sit. My foot's killing me.
Sure. Let me help you. Reese takes my arm and starts to guide me to the sofa, but before we get there, there's a noise at the door. It sounds like someone fiddling with the lock. Holy crap, now that I've had a few minutes to let everything catch up, my ankle hurts like hell.
Adrenaline.
I try to hobble to the door, but it flies open before I have the chance. I ready myself to fight a murderer armed with a bat, but it's...
Finley? Crap, what's her voice?
the girliest, most high-pitched voice you can manage.
So not that high and not that girly. Got it. You guys, oh my god! The curse!
She grabs my hands and does a little dance, but stops when I wince in pain.
Ooh, sorry, sweetie. You okay? Did you twist your ankle? Yeah.
Again, not exactly.
What's this about the curse? It's broken! We're all human again. Of course, I'll miss my jelly donut fame, but I'll live. Ooh, I'll start a new vlog! What's wrong? You look real messed up about it. It's Graves. The curse must have broken because something happened to him.
Something, as if you don't know exactly what happened.
What happened to him?
He's gone. Turned to rust. You couldn't do anything.
Reese, I didn't see you there. You're being so quiet.
Forgive me for not being excited about my mentor being defeated.
Whoa, don't take it out on her. She doesn't know anything. Sorry, Finley. We've been through kind of a lot.
Sorry.
Whoa, okay. You're gonna have to back up a few steps. Where do I even start? First...
But before I can tell her anything, the door flies open again. Suddenly everyone is here. I feel really bad. For all his blustering, Reese admired Graves a lot. I think he was the only one of us who really did. I guess now, after Graves saved me like that, I kind of do too. Too little too late, I suppose.
So... now what happens? What do we do?
We avenge him. Of course. We kill Nacht.
Whoa! That's a bit extreme.
Well, he did kind of kill Graves. All's fair in a duel. That's what this guy wants. That's what he gets. When he comes for the cafe, I'll take it back from him.
Comes for the cafe? Why would he do that?
When a witch defeats another in a duel, they take the loser's property. They'll have to beat me to get it.
Is Graves really dead?
Also, Reese is talking like he's not aware that Nacht didn't win the property.
Yeah, he's still technically got to go through.
Yeah. Like,
Which is...
I think they're just reusing lines from the other routes, but...
yeah.
It makes less sense here, because he's fully aware that Avery has it.
Yeah. Anyway. Click. Click.
Did you read this line?
Yes!
Read it again.
No!
Why not?
I hate you.
I know.
Is Graves really dead? I don't know. If Nacht's intent was to kill him,
Damn.
It...
Now Landry is the one who looks pissed. This is kind of scary. I've never seen him do anything but laugh and smile before, so it's almost as jarring as seeing Reese cry.
Magic is a scourge. This always happens when you get too close.
Reese's head snaps up. What do you know about magic? You haven't studied.
Reese, easy. Don't take it out on him.
No, you don't disrespect magic like that. I don't care if he's adept or not. I won't hear it.
If I'm what? Listen, both of you. The last thing we need right now is some crappy infighting. I know tensions are high, but keep your opinions out of it, okay?
Hayes readies himself with wide eyes, his mouth pursed like the conversation is a game of double dutch played with live wires.
What is it? Why does everyone keep talking about magic? Was Graves cursed too? He must have been, right? It all sounds so unreal still. Are you sure it's magic?
Of course it is! How else would this be happening? He was too strong to get cursed. That part was just us.
But he wasn't too strong to not curse us.
Does that matter now? He's gone! This Nacht is gonna be here to take everything else too! He spits the name like it's profane. Reese launches himself from the chair and storms to the door. He puts his hand in his pocket like he's concealing a weapon. It's gotta be the Seam Ripper. I grab him by the shoulder. Either I'll stop him or I'll go with him.
Reese, I swear, I'm gonna take that thing away, and then I'm gonna lock you in the basement. Please listen, okay?
I'm just saying, locking Reese in the basement right now would be the worst course of action.
Yes, but also... I understand?
I understand, but I'm like, he's the only one with, like, any remote capability of defending all of you. So if you take it away and lock him in the basement, and then Nacht shows up, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And we do know that Nacht is coming. So taking away the one person able to defend you all is, not exactly smart.
But also when, like, he's like, looking like he's about to attack everyone in here. Also not the best.
It's not the best, but, like, trying to calm him down is better than taking away your best defense.
Yeah. Also remember, every dub.
That's true.
For me? ...
Fine. I slide my hands down around his waist. Avery, this is not the time.
Yeah! Not the time!
He sighs and leans his head back, as if allowing himself this one defeat.
I'm with you. You know I am. We all are. Just because I don't trust magic doesn't mean there aren't other things I can do.
You know, I'm really curious about his route now. But I'm also like, maybe we should move him to last. Other than Graves, of course.
Wait, what?
I'm starting to think, like, maybe we should have put Reese and Landry last before Graves, of course. just because they do seem to be the ones who know the most about it. And so we'd get more information closer to the end that way.
But we aren't really getting too much information other than, like, yeah, Reese studies under graves. Nacht knows Reese. Like, we don't really know anything else. We didn't get any more, like, backstory.
Well, we know a little bit more about the world, I think, now, in the sense that, like, we know that if you have a particular kind of magic that you would be attuned to, and if you try to use another kind of magic, it won't work. It's not just a practice thing, it's not your affinity and it won't work. Or at least not very long.
Well, it will work, but you can't...
It won't be very strong, even with practice.
It will not...
Like, there is one type of magic that you are meant for.
Yes. But personally, I don't think that... Of course, knowing what we've known from this route, I don't think it, like...
I just kind of feel like, in the way that Mystic Messenger, right?
Yeah.
Because I have to keep bringing up Mystic Messenger all the time.
You always bring this game up.
But, okay, so, like, the casual story is Yusung, Jaehee, and Zen. And theirs is, like, barely related at all. Except for Yusung.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, I have said before that I think that Jumin and Yusung could have been swapped. But, like, on the other hand, the deep story for Jumin and Seven, you do get a lot... You don't get a ton of information about what V is doing and stuff, but it's still deep story in the sense you get to learn more about V. You get to learn more about Rika. You get more background.
But I don't...
I'm mostly comparing it to, like...
I understand, but...
Those two would be the most, like, Yusung or Jumin in terms of information, where neither one's necessarily giving you a ton of information about what's going on, but it's still more than, like, Jaehee and Zen's, where the story has nothing to do with that. Until the appearance of the thing.
I don't know.
I'm gonna switch it and you can't stop me. By which I mean you can absolutely stop me, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to.
I don't know. I still kind of want to get Landry out of the way.
I feel like the more I play, the more interesting I find him, which means I want to put him later. I know, I'm weird.
I mean, but we also really, like, I don't know, for me, there's only, like, 2 things that have happened that are, like, what?
Which are?
Which are when he's like, no, magic is a scourge, but he doesn't know what being an adept is. So he knows something about it, but he's not...
I mean, what it suggests to me is that there's something in his past that connects him to magic, that he knows about magic, but he has never studied it.
Yes.
Like, maybe he had a family member who got involved with magic and then lost a duel. Something like that.
But the only other point that I'm like, that would make me slightly interested was when Asmodeus showed up. And there was that brief second where he was angry.
Yes.
But that's honestly just being like, oh, wait, what? Okay, well, I'm going to learn about it later, like, not It doesn't make
Yeah,
me
but,
more
like...
interested. It's kind of just like...
I think
I'm
that's
slightly
more than just, oh, Hayes is really sweet. Oh, Mason's tough.
fair.
So I still would rather leave that till later. There's more to sort of discover. Especially stuff to discover that's relevant.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I've moved him and you can't stop me.
Except moving it back. Or moving it somewhere else.
Don't make me take away your access. I can change you to view only. It's not like it would change things much. I'm usually the one adding things to our backlog. Oh, that reminds me. I should add the game I gave you to our backlog.
Yeah, I came back and with it popped up on my screen. I'm like, what? Oh. Gosh dang it. All I know is the name. I don't know literally anything else. Anyway. Click.
I already did.
Yeah, just like, tell us what to do about this stuff. I don't know where to start. We should start by doing something about Avery's foot. I can help with that.
We should recover Graves.
I'll come with you. I think you could probably use the extra muscle. Make sure he doesn't try anything rash, okay?
I won't. Where is Mason? They said everyone came in, but we have not seen her since then.
Maybe she's Mason and isn't talking. Like, that's kind of Mason just being like, listening. Okay, I'll go get my cat Mochi. I don't want him alone in my apartment if Nacht knows where I live.
I feel like the easy way of getting Mochi is for Reese to open a portal to your apartment and then open a portal back.
Yes! Yes.
Rather than trying to walk all the way home and walk back to the cafe with Mochi, especially considering you are now responsible for the cafe and everything.
And have a bad ankle right now.
That too. You just told me not to do anything rash. You're a bigger target than me, and less able to defend yourself or run away.
What do I do about my cat then? Leave it to me. I'm a lady of stealth. I'll have him back here before this guy even figures out which box I'm hiding under. God
damn it, Finley, you weeb. You weeb nerd.
What? Is this a Metal Gear joke or something?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Why is she hiding under a box? See?
Dun 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 dun.
You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. There's Mason!
See, she just hasn't needed to say anything.
I mean, they said everyone was there, so I figured she was there. I was just like, why has she had 0 lines? Usually she'd have 1 or 2. Especially since Hayes was talking so much, relatively.
Yeah, but Mason, like, grunt or yeah or something. So...
No, she says full sentences sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like, more than you're implying.
Fair. But...
For example, right now, here is the full sentence, which is not even the end of her line. I'll stand watch. I'll stand and watch him try to come in here. See? So get some rest, Avery.
Guys, I'm just a screwed up kid. You don't have to do this for me.
Of course we do.
Yeah! You're our screw-up kid. We stick together through thick and thin, us cursed cats.
Even though the curse never affected Avery.
They got a whisker.
Tears of gratitude sting my eyes. I never thought I'd have friends like this who'd endanger themselves for me. My high school friends would have run off the moment someone said curse. Well, you know, they were hurt by the curse before Avery even showed up, so...
Yeah, they were kind of
it wouldn't matter if the high school friends heard the word curse to run off, because in that situation, they would already be cursed.
Yeah.
I love these guys. I vigorously scrub my face. Don't want to get too mushy. I hobble back to the couch.
Okay. We can do this, right?
Yeah! I don't know whose voice I was supposed to be there.
Just go. Just go. That's fine. It's fine. Perfect. Promise me nobody's gonna get hurt, okay?
Please. Give us more credit than that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was apparently doing Finley's voice. As you.
This guy will be sorry if he underestimates us.
Then we enact our plans. Reese, Landry, and Finley all head out together. It's so weird to It's so weird to see them walk away from the cafe as humans. Hayes vanishes into the bathroom for the first aid kit. Also, I just realized Reese got to break the curse and stay human for an hour.
Yep.
And then the entire curse broke.
Yep.
Oh, Reese.
Bad luck?
Oh, Reese. Mason dips into the kitchen and I hear a horrific screeching noise like metal against linoleum. What is she doing? She returns triumphantly. She smirks at me, or more accurately, at the dumb gawking face I'm making. Lock the door.
With what? An industrial range?
She gives me this self-satisfied smirk, then paces in front of the door and the windows like a sentry. Oh my god, who needs magic? She can snap that knocked guy in half with her hands.
Well...
Hayes is back with bandages and a bag of ice. Gingerly, he removes my shoe and rolls up my pant leg to get a better look at my ankle. I'm glad I'm wearing socks that don't have holes. Oof, my ankle doesn't look great, but it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it could be rusted. I don't think it's sprained. Just twisted. You just need rest.
He slowly, neatly wraps my ankle with one of the stretchy bandages. When he pins it in place, it's like a pro's work. Professional ankle wrapper?
Do you know a lot of first aid, Hayes? You're way calmer than I expected. I studied in Scouts. Injuries and things don't bother me. Never have. Not everything makes me feel anxious.
Followed by anxious laughter.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here to patch me up.
He smiles sheepishly, but averts his gaze to the ground, towards the ice pack. He props my foot up on one of the big puffy ottomans, then paces the ice on my ankle. Oh my god, that does feel good.
And now just keep it elevated and rest a little. And take the ice off in 20 minutes. Thanks again, Dr. Hayes. I'm going to make some coffee. I think everyone will need it.
I agree.
I don't.
I'd stress nap once Hayes goes back upstairs.
I don't need coffee.
I think you're lying.
I'm not a liar.
Are you sure? Sometimes I need a system shut down before I can think straight again.
I'm not a liar when it comes to talking to 99% of humanity.
I think even the cats know something's up because they all swarm me. I've got 2 on my lap and the others pile around me. It's soothing to hear them and feel their little paws stretch out at me. I hope it's helping them too. But all the cats in the world couldn't make me feel better. Not while Reese is out there. Who knows? Maybe he'll just rip a seam to get back here? I bet he will. He'll be back with Landry and Graves any second. I'll rest my eyes until then. I startle awake when I hear the soft whirring of the espresso machine upstairs. Was it seconds? Minutes? An hour?
A day?
No one's here but Hayes and his coffee. What's taking them so long? I'm too tired and wired at the same time. I gotta even those things out. I'll try this sleeping thing again. I shoot awake when I hear the door fly open. Is it Nacht? Did he come right through the front door? Can witches come in uninvited? Or is that vampires? Oh, it's Finley again. She bounces the door against her hip since her hands are full of cat carrier. The fussy lump inside is unmistakable.
Wow, you are so whiny.
Just like Mog.
I haven't heard Mog once, so,
Today.
Yes. Hold your pants on, baby. Mochi! Did you have any trouble? Is everything okay? It's fine. Though I had to lure him into the carrier with treats, and he hated every moment of being in there.
Well, yes.
So same as always. That's good. How about it? Should I unleash the beast? Yeah. Mochi, if you cause any trouble with the other cats, you're going right back in. Got it?
Like he's gonna choose now to start listening. Finley opens the carrier and he shoots out like a furry cannonball. Then he stands there, dumbstruck. He's got his own troubles now and playing nice with the cafe cats, but at least he's here. That's one less thing Nacht could use against me. Seeing Mochi soothes one of my worries, but it doesn't do anything for the fluttering in my gut. Reese is still out there and he's taking way too long. So many scenarios flit through my head. None of them are good. There's no way I can sleep like this.
Hey, Mochi. Come here.
He seems perturbed to be around all these other cats. They don't notice. They're used to strange cats coming and going. Oh, he's caught Owl's attention. She tiptoes up, tail waving back and forth like a signal flag. Meow! Ma! They touch noses and sniff each other. Owl loses interest immediately. What? My cat not smell good enough for you? Since I can't sleep, I can watch Mochi make friends. I see movement in front of the cafe. Is it? No. There's too many people for it to be Nacht. Anyway, I'd know that hat anywhere. It's Reese and Landry, back already with Graves. Or what used to be Graves. Now he looks like a forgotten statue, flaking bits of rust off as they haul him up on the sidewalk. Are their hands glowing? I squint to get a better look. Oh, they look like garden gloves? Glowing garden gloves? They set Graves in front of the cafe, then come inside. Reese peels his gloves off, then helps Landry with his. Nobody touch him unless you're properly enchanted. The rust spreads easily.
Are you gonna leave him out there?
He looks like a huge, ugly yard gnome. Not that I'm gonna say anything.
We can't risk the cats coming over to investigate. They might touch the rust, and Reese said it can spread to them too.
Can't take him upstairs. Dracula would be at risk. Poor Dracula. You know she'll be heartbroken.
So... now what do? We get ready. Who knows a thing or two about magic? Two of us know a thing or two, though we're hardly experts. We'll do the best we can. Okay. Reese knows a whole lot more than me. I guess by we, I mean him.
Even though Reese definitely still looks about to cry.
Yeah.
Poor Reese.
You up for it?
Don't count yourself out, Avery. Your weird self-study taught me a lot more about magic than I had seen before. Oh! Even if we're dating, I didn't expect him to actually consider me a peer in this witchery thing. Especially with how he's been acting tonight. Brat. But there he is, smiling at me with a gentle confidence.
I wouldn't call that a smile.
Shh. Blame the artists. Maybe I do know what I'm doing after all. Or even if it's the more likely scenario where I just know enough to scrape by, I can at least succeed. We're in this together.
Dang it, High School Musical. What? How do you know magic, Reese?
I've learned a thing or two in my time. Now he's smiling.
Now he is, but he couldn't smile at us.
I'm not assistant manager just because I'm good at accounting. Does this mean he is also good at accounting?
You're good at accounting? You're like what, 15, 16?
I feel like they're all older than the art suggests.
Yeah, probably.
Because Avery, the degree is like, yes! And I don't know if they mean high school or college.
That's fair.
Especially because Avery's been job hunting this whole time, up until they come across the cafe.
Yeah.
It seems like it might be that post-college grad job hunting.
Reese is Graves' apprentice. He's been studying under him for a while. He's really good.
Think about it, Avery. It took me a week to pick up what you were teaching. How long did you self-study? A month? Nacht could be here any second. Graves worded the cafe to keep people like him out, but he's strong enough to break that in about an hour, I'd bet. You really think you can teach everybody how to use magic in an hour? Also, where is Nacht during all of this? They say he, seems to move slow, but clearly Avery ran and he caught up to them. Within, a street.
Yeah.
And they went all the way, back? Because Finley went all the way back to Avery's apartment and back carrying a cat. And Reese and Landry went all the way back to where Graves is and carried him back. How is Nacht still not here?
Maybe he's playing with him?
Playing with who?
Yes.
Clearly not playing with Graves, because Graves is here now. And they clearly didn't run into Nacht, because then they wouldn't have been able to bring Graves back.
Maybe he's getting dinner.
They said it was too late to get dinner.
Doesn't say it's too late for Nacht. We don't know his sleep schedule.
I meant about places being closed.
Maybe he brought something.
He brought something? Are you telling me that he also has magical pockets that he could just stuff an entire lunchbox into?
Maybe. We don't know.
No. We do kind of know because we know exactly what his magic is, and it's rust. That's not create giant pockets out of other dimensions. That's rust.
Who said he made them?
He clearly has no friends. What? It's true. If he did, he'd be hanging out with them instead of stalking Graves and the cafe workers every day for months.
Yeah, why does he hate Graves? Why does he hate Graves? Have you ever done a cram study session before finals? We'll do that, using the tried and true grain method of cramming. We'll shove enough magic to beat him into a short-term memory, even if it means we forget it all 5 minutes after we're done. ...
Did that offend him? He kicks at the ground and heaves a frustrated sigh. Well, it's not like I have any better ideas. Sure.
Yeah, let's do this, Avery. I got some experience with cramming and faking it. I got through half my book reports just by reading the blurb on the back. Just take the time to study properly.
Yes!
All right. Someone get me the book and I'll get this started.
Where is the book? Is it also all the way back at Avery's apartment?
We don't know. Now do it.
The last time we saw the book, it was back at the apartment.
Maybe he brought it back one day?
You keep screwing up Avery's pronouns.
Yeah, I do. I don't
But
know
you
why.
didn't screw them up this badly when we had the more feminine icon.
What?
You didn't screw up the pronouns this badly when we had the other icon.
We had another icon?
Yeah, the first time we ran through it, we had the longer hair.
Did we?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, goldfish.
Man, my memory's bad. Anyway.
If I ever needed confirmation that I don't want to be a teacher, I get it today. I tried leading a sort of haphazard class on magic, but it's like herding cats. Reese keeps correcting me. I think Mason fell asleep. Landry keeps getting distracted and wandering off. Finley is interested, but she's also interested in her phone. Hayes is too shy to actually try anything. Hell, it looks like Mochi is paying more attention than they are. This is important, so I keep trying. And I think they do too. But I'm exhausted.
Look. I'm beat, y'all. I gotta take a nap. Could you just sort of, like, independent study? Sure, you should get some rest. We can take it from here. Yeah, that sounds great.
But we have to prepare to fight.
But we don't even know if this guy's coming.
He definitely is.
We could, take guard shifts. Right. We'll go in shifts. Avery can rest. 2 of us can stand guard, and the rest can move the cats into the basement. The basement? Why? I don't want any of them in the line of danger. They're safer if they're away from us. I doubt Nacht cares about cats. You won't go chasing them.
Yeah, he only cares about all you kittens.
Now, little kid. Well then we gotta hurt them all down there. We can do it if we work together.
You better get Mochi and Dracula too. I don't want to leave Dracula alone. She must be scared.
Sure. Can you get her and then keep the cats company?
No, I'm taking first shift as guard. Graves would want it that way.
I'll take care of them. Landry, the cats like me.
Mog,
Mog?
what are you about to do?
On
He was like climbing on top of his sister.
top of what?
His sister.
Sounds like Mog.
Okay, bye, hun.
Great. I'll take the other guard shift. Everybody else relax.
I too desire a nap, just like Avery.
I3?
Everybody sets to their assigned tasks, but it all becomes background noise. All I can focus on is Reese. He takes sentry outside, next to Graves. He stands stock still with his shoulders squared. Solid, I see him shake a little. Is he crying?
Landry, I'm gonna step outside for a sec. Can't say I'm comfortable with that. You spent all that time talking about protecting you from this Nacht guy. I need to see Reese.
I stare meaningfully into his eyes until he gets my drift. Yes, stare into the eyes of your not boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. You guys are like a thing now.
So awkward!
Don't go too far, okay? I don't know how far those words or whatever go out. I only feel them a few feet from the entrance.
So he's sensitive to magic, it seems. At the very least. Because he knows the words are there, like he feels them.
For a few feet. For a few feet at least.
Yes, but they only stay human for a few feet from the entrance as well.
That is true.
I don't know that the words go past that point.
Would that cause a property dispute then? Would that cause a property dispute?
What do you mean?
If the words go outside the cafe's property line and into like...
Do witches care about the property line?
I assume they care a bit. Because of the whole wanting to get the property.
Yes, but do they care about an official property line? Or is the line wherever they won property up to?
Yeah, but what if the wards cross over to another witch's turf?
Then you've started a war.
Yay, war?
No, not yay war. What are you, a Republican? He can feel them? I can't. See, I'm telling you, Landry seems really interesting to this stuff, and I kind of want to leave him last. How? Reese called him an adept, didn't he? That's probably a question for much later. A question for Graves, if he ever comes back.
You got it, pal. Thanks. Reese?
Man, I'm just thinking of Landry as like force sensitive, like Star Wars, but like anti-Jedi.
Witch sensitive?
Magic sensitive. I wouldn't say witch sensitive.
There's probably like force sensitive who hate the Jedi, other than the Sith.
Let me rephrase. Someone who is force sensitive but anti-religious.
But anti what?
Anti-religious.
What about anti-force?
Huh?
Anti-force.
Well, the force users are basically the Jedi and the Sith.
Well, if you get into other Star Wars stuff, there's way more force users than just that.
I don't care.
There's entire cultures or something that use the Force. They just don't call it the Force.
I don't care. Talk about your chocolate cups.
What?
You're lying.
I said Reese.
Ah!
Don't listen.
He nearly jumps out of his skin. I have to grab him and pull him forward before he falls back onto Graves.
Ooh, that was a close one. Sorry, I almost scared you into rust.
He doesn't seem to find it as funny as I do.
It was a bad joke.
I gotta make jokes to blow off steam, you know?
Yeah, but they gotta be good.
Shouldn't be out here. You're a target.
But I'm not a target.
You're a target.
So are you. But that doesn't stop you.
Avery, we've been over this.
I'll go back inside in a few. I don't want you to be alone. I know this has been a lot to take in.
I clasp his hand, then kiss his knuckles. Avery.
When this is all done, let's go somewhere. Let's do something nice. Let's see how powerful that rip travel thing is. Can we use it to go to the beach?
I don't think my range is that great.
Also, ew, going to the beach. Oh, don't say that.
Avery, get back the fuck inside.
Doubt it'd take you far enough to get away from me, but I bet you got plenty of range.
Well, I mean, considering that Reese seems to be able to open them, like, not too draining on him, he could probably open one and close it and then open another one farther and close that and open another one farther from that.
Yeah. Theoretically, yeah.
Also, what a coincidence. Everyone's warning Avery, like, no, you're a target. Stay inside. No, I'm going to go right now just for a couple minutes. Oh, look, Nacht showed up while we were outside.
Gotta say, you got guts. I mean, back here, pretty obvious I'd show up.
Also, it's a pretty good point that if they just went somewhere else, Nacht can't technically get the property from them.
He would have to spend his time trying to find them.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Avery be dumb.
Although I also just realized, because Graves put wards on the outside,
Yes.
but Graves is also presumably responsible for the cat curse because when he got rusted, everyone turned back. So are the wards still in effect? Found a plot hole!
Well, there probably could be a reason for that, because I know in some other magic systems and books and stuff, spells can live after the person died. It's possible.
Okay, but I'm saying specifically, the curse seems to be from Graves.
As far as it makes it seem, yes.
Well, in the sense that when he got rusted, they all turned back.
Yes.
And it took a little while after he got rusted for them to turn back, which implies that they all turned back because he got rusted. Yes?
Theoretically, that would be the logic, yes.
And so, that means that Graves' magic wore off when he got rusted. If the wards are also Graves' magic, then logically, they should also wear off then. Because you're saying some worlds the magic continues afterwards. But I'm saying in this world, we already know he got rusted, the magic disappeared. Therefore,
unless the curse isn't tied from his magic, it's making it seem that way, but can be an assumption. We don't fully
it's
know.
a pretty safe assumption considering what else would cause it that would then break when Graves turns back or turns into a rust.
A statue.
It seems like a pretty safe assumption. Reese has certainly made this assumption that the curse wore off of everyone because Graves is rusted.
What I mean to say is that just Graves' rusting might have broken it, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's the one who caused it. There could be
Who would cause it that Graves' rusting would undo it? Especially given we don't know any other characters that would be capable of that, but we know Graves can seemingly turn into a cat.
As we're assuming that is Graves, yes.
It's a pretty safe bet considering same eyes.
Yes, the same heterochromia and everything.
Yeah, the fur seems to match up. And that cat followed you, jumped into your hood, and left the bookmark in there, and then seemed to smirk at you before walking off. That's Graves.
What, cats don't smirk at you?
No.
What are you saying, Mom doesn't smirk at you all the time?
He doesn't smirk, he just whines. He's not a smug cat, he's a whiny cat.
Anyway.
But, like, for the cat to put the bookmark into your hood, that is very deliberate. That's not an average cat thing. That's a Graves as a cat thing. So unless proven otherwise, I think it's pretty safe to go under the assumption that Graves has the power to turn into a cat, which then suggests to me that his powers may be cat-related. We don't know.
But that begs the question of then why would he curse the cafe?
To protect them.
What would having his workers turn into cats protect him?
Look.
Like, what does that protect him from?
Nacht could see them when they were working. Nacht knows that Avery works there. He knows that Reese works there. Although that's a little separate.
Yeah, that's a little separate.
But, like, Nacht followed Avery to their house. But if Nacht doesn't know that they turn into cats when they leave, he's not going to follow a random cat. I think it's reasonable to think that Graves might have been turning them into cats to protect them.
But that also, like, even if he's turning them into cats, like, he easily beat Graves. So, like, it doesn't really do much in the long. Like, it might protect our identities, but once he finds Graves, they're screwed anyway.
Well, Graves was good at hiding.
Until he got to us, yes.
Until Graves had to reveal himself to protect us.
But also from the fact of studying a little magic and getting good at a little magic breaks it, that's not that strong of a curse.
Yeah.
To protect us. Like...
Yes, but I think at that rate, the assumption is if you've started learning magic, you will be on your way to being able to protect yourself. Wouldn't that make sense?
Yes, but it breaking so early on would leave somebody powerless to be beaten if that was the case. Like in this case, Reese got it broken. Now he's almost fighting one-on-one with somebody who beat Graves.
Reese broke it like a fair... Okay, so think about it this way. Finley, when she starts reading the book with you, she doesn't turn back from a cat right away. You know when she turns back from being a cat? It's when she figured out that she could block people.
When she figured out her magic, yes.
Yes. When she figured out her own magic and got it strong enough to, like, use in practice. Reese didn't transform back right away either. He literally transformed back from cat cursing today. And it implies that the incident with Reese and the duel was weeks ago.
But
like, he's practiced since then.
But if he just found out his magic today...
No.
Right?
Because he put magic into your repaired hoodie.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be strong enough, right? In Finley's case...
Not necessarily strong enough, but strong enough to protect himself. He's not necessarily strong enough to go head-to-head with this guy, but he was capable of running away.
True.
Judgment is a different question.
You. Me. Big bad ol' me. Coming to collect. You know the drill. Go away! We'll make you go away. Listen, kitten. I ain't looking to fight. We can settle this real easy like if you give me the cafe. That way, we all get what we want.
Unemployment?
No, he gets to the cafe and they get life.
Okay, but then they're unemployed.
But they're also alive to find other jobs.
But they'll also be unemployed. Look, Avery was not capable of finding a job until they walked in to the cafe.
But now he has work experience. They have work experience.
Man, you keep screwing that up.
I
literally used they in the sentence before that.
I don't know why. They have work experience now, so theoretically, maybe it'll be a little bit easier.
Theoretically.
That cafe's not mine to give away. Ah. Reese. So they did give it to you, huh?
Just stop it. We aren't giving you anything but a fight.
That's so. I'm real sorry you're making me do this. What would your daddy think of me?
Damn.
Shame that. You gotta get through me first. You're jerking me, yeah? That magic's so wild you couldn't use it to defend yourself. You don't know me very well.
Very well.
You know me kinda. Well then, let's get acquainted. That warped bat.
He taps his rusty bat on the ground and then takes a few practice swings like he's up at the plate.
Hey, bada, swing!
Even if that thing weren't magic, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
What do? I've got to keep Reese from doing something stupid.
By doing something stupid myself!
Yep!
Reese, you stay here. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Yep.
Because I have an idea.
I don't have an idea.
Ah! We're dumb.
What? No!
Trust me, okay? If I get in trouble, you can rip us out of here so we can regroup.
Again looks on the verge of crying. Avery! Don't do this! Reese has lost enough today.
We about to die!
Okay. If I can't apply magic, maybe I can apply science! Science!
But we're not a good student.
I read on the internet once that cola dissolves rust. I dash for the vending machine. It's poorly kept and starting to fall apart, so I'm hoping it counts enough as trash for my magic.
If you believe it's trash, it's trash.
Nacht lunges after me. Think about a cannon. The vending machine fires a cola can at full velocity. Tink! The can explodes when he strikes it. Soda rains everywhere.
You planning to ruin my jacket, kitten? It's waterproof. Shut up!
I fire more soda. He can't bat them all away, right? Even professional baseball players aren't that accurate. He does. Well, we're all wrong sometimes.
Avery's just more wrong than most.
Before I can blink, Nacht is there. He taps his bat on the vending machine. It instantly rusts over, like it's been salvaged from an old shipwreck. Like if the Titanic had soda.
Novelty's worn off, hon. Time to end this.
He raises his bat. I squeeze my eyes shut. I don't know what else to do.
Dodge!
I hear a ripping sound. Fall to hell, Nacht!
What?
I open my eyes. Reese is in front of me. His fist is wrapped in Nacht's shirt. Also, this portal is purple, so I'm kind of inclined to believe he really did just open a portal straight to hell.
Hell isn't purple.
How do you know? Have you been there?
Yes, I go there on the weekends.
Well, why haven't you taken me? God. I want to go on a vacation to hell. Come on. Come on, do your buddy a favor.
You don't live here anymore.
Well, why didn't you take me along back when I did?
Sorry, I didn't know you very well then.
That's hilarious. Quit lying. His fist is wrapped in Nacht's shirt. Rust creeps up his arm, but he doesn't seem to notice.
Reese, what are you doing?
The hatred in Reese's eyes could burn the rust away and incinerate Nacht. I grab Reese around the waist and try to pull him back. I feel my fingertips get cold, like frostbite. They're rusting.
Frostbite!
Reese pushes. Nacht falls. Falls where? We're on solid pavement. Then I see the tear. It opened right beneath us. Reese teeters on the edge. Nacht hangs by his fingertips. It took Avery that long to realize!
Avery be dumb.
Look how big this hole is.
Yeah.
And Nacht is hanging by his fingertips, so clearly it is big enough to hold all of Nacht. What do you mean you just saw the tear?
Avery be dumb.
He claws his way back up, but Reese kicks his hand back into the tear. Nacht falls. Reese's foot is rust.
Oh my god, Reese!
I can't sew it up. I can't move my fingers. Help me, Avery.
What? How?
Move my arm for me. There's a needle rusted into his hand. I take his arm by the elbow. It's hard to move my fingers now. My hands feel like they're encased in plaster casts. Reese? He enchanted the gloves to take Graves back to the cafe. He was on guard duty. Why was he not wearing these gloves? Reese, you idiot!
You expect him to be smart.
Smarter than Avery.
He's angry.
I loop his arm around in the motion of a whip stitch, and it's sloppy, but I see the translucent fishing wire thread loop through the tear. Reese yanks his arm up and the tear closes. The rust crumbles. We both stand there for a long moment, breath heaving.
Where did you send him?
To hell. He said it already. Nowhere.
He's just stuck in there?
Let him rot.
You can't do that. That's cruel.
He killed Graves. Watch me. He did nothing of the sort. We whip our heads around. There's Graves, stepping warily out of the rust, leaving a flaky, hollow sculpture of himself behind. Reese, Avery, I'm sorry to worry you, but I'm fine now, thanks to you. The malice leaves Reese's eyes, and he dives toward Graves, throwing his arms around his shoulders. That's pretty impressive. His shoulders are a lot taller than Grease.
He jumped.
Reese is so short next to him.
I mean, his forehead reaches the shoulders.
Not quite. Mostly only because his shoulders are sloped down. And not quite even then. If I trace it over here, shoulder, hat label. That's not his forehead.
Close
That's
enough.
the top of his hair.
Close enough.
Graves. Why did the label change to say that Graves is the one talking?
Graves! yes.
Graves, you idiot. I'm so.
Right.
No, I'll do it properly. I'll read it as Reese. Graves, you idiot. I'm so. Reese, it's okay. It's okay. I hobble toward both of them. Graves reaches for my hand. Reese takes my other hand. Avery, I apologize for everything. For making you learn magic on your own. For throwing you into the middle of this. I promise to make it up to you. I promise to explain the best I can.
Yeah. You owe us all
Hell.
of an explanation. But I think what you owe us first is a vacation.
I suppose that can be arranged.
Good. Reese, we're gonna do the thing.
The thing? I don't know what you mean.
The thing! We're gonna get away. Like we said, like 5 minutes ago.
Right. Gladly. I let go of Graves' hand and move it to Reese's other hand. I use the leverage to pull him towards me and to kiss him right in front of Graves.
Yeah, I guess we don't care, apparently.
PDA! Not a thing, yes. Graves tried his best to explain everything. Something about curses, like triple-layered curses, and a whole bunch of other drama about Nacht, but it was kind of hard to follow. Oh, and Nacht. I convinced Reese to let him go, because that's way too messed up to just leave him in there. Are you sure?
Leave him in a tear between, like, space? Yes?
He'd just starve.
Is there air in there?
Presumably, because he lasted long enough while you were making out with Reese and then talking about vacation and then convincing him to let him go.
Making out, it was a single kiss.
Shh.
But
Still,
anyway.
stopping, talking about vacation and stuff, like he would have suffocated if there was no air.
But also, yeah, that's pretty cruel to leave him in a tower between space.
You forget that he, like, if he hadn't been defeated, yeah, Graves was basically dead. Like, the only reason that Graves is not dead is because he was freed from the rust when you defeated Nacht. But otherwise, like, he was, for all intents and purposes, dead.
But it's cruel to leave him in there.
It would have been cruel to leave Graves as a statue, but he did it. And he was gonna turn all of you into statues.
Okay, but something, we need to be better than him.
Yeah, you didn't turn him into a statue. You were just gonna let him starve.
That's not better!
Are you sure?
Yes!
Because that's at least for a reason. You still don't know the reason he was just trying to take the cafe and shit.
Apparently drama.
That's not a good reason. Look, it's essentially the death penalty. And we can have differing opinions on the death penalty. I don't approve of the death penalty, like, in general. But we literally saw this guy essentially kill your boss in an attempt to take your shit.
But
that's not, we have to give him a fair trial and then the trial may have had errors and stuff. Like, no. You literally saw him, for all intents and purposes, kill your boss and attempt to kill all of you in order to steal your property. So add theft on top of all of that.
Murderers!
Huh?
That doesn't mean we should be murderers. That's not self-defense at that point.
It kind of was.
No.
I mean, he had to drop him into the tear in order to save you. That's a type of self-defense.
But if you have the ability to stop the fight, let's say, by just pushing him somewhere else, or like...
Well, if he had just been pushed somewhere else,
no, but
how do you know that the magic would have worn off and that you weren't going to rust away?
Or at some point in time letting him go, that goes a step farther than just self-defense. If you willingly take the steps to kill after, like, it's over, that's not self-defense.
Well, he's not
anymore.
taking extra steps to kill after it's over. He's just going to leave him there.
No!
It's basically solitary confinement.
That's not a good thing!
It's not, but, like, still. I mean, here's the thing. He hasn't changed his opinion. You've just dropped him into a space to protect yourselves. And if you then open up a portal somewhere else to let him go, he might just come back. Very likely, because you haven't changed his mind. And according to Reese, his portals aren't strong enough to get you all the way to, like, the beach. So it's certainly not strong enough to get knocked somewhere far enough away that he's not going to try again.
But we still shouldn't be killing him.
Okay. Then what's your solution?
I don't know.
If you can't stop him from repeating it, and you can't send him into jail because he'll just rust his way out of jail, really, what solution do you propose? Huh?
Is there magic jail?
No, because if you kill someone in a duel, all's fair in dueling, so it seems like probably not.
But by the time he killed Graves would have been an innocent since he gave away the property. At the time he would have killed Graves would have been an innocent because he gave away the property.
Okay. What's your point?
So at that point, that's not a duel for, like, property ownership, so...
No, but duel doesn't have to be for property ownership, it's a duel. Are you familiar with the concept of a duel?
Yes! Yes, but still...
it's not like Graves didn't have powers. If he tried to kill Graves with 0 powers, yeah, there might be repercussions. But that was like a personal duel. So, like, it seems to stand to reason that he wouldn't go to a magic jail for that, necessarily.
Anyway, we should continue.
And, like, if he's just gonna come back and try to kill you all again and take the property again, really, what do you expect is the solution?
Killing is not the solution.
Okay. Then maybe he doesn't starve in there. Maybe they drop him food from time to time.
Gosh dang it.
No, really. If there is a magic jail, that would be it. That would be the jail.
But wouldn't that drive him insane?
I think he's already insane. A little bit.
Okay, but no, that would literally break him.
Look, what do you propose for someone who actively tried to kill and take your stuff and kill multiple people at that with no regard for anyone, who is very possibly capable of just coming back and trying again? What is your actual solution there?
I don't have one.
Like, I disagree with Avery here. I think that actually a hole to nowhere is the safest place to put him, because he's not going to put other people at risk. Remember, he also rusted random objects in the alley, which unsuspecting people could have tried to touch in order to clean up, and they would have rusted too. And they're not even part of all this drama. Avery almost touched it trying to clean it up.
Yes.
Imagine if a trash worker came and was like, oh, this looks like trash and it's in this back alley. It's probably trash to take away. They could have gotten arrested. This guy is a danger to society. And he clearly doesn't care that he is. Like, for most crimes, yeah, solitary confinement and all that stuff is unreasonable. But, this guy has actively put that entire neighborhood at risk, because anyone who touched the bike or any of the other rusted objects, because it sounded like he littered up the entire alley with these things. Anyone who touched any of those would have gotten arrested. And it was only Graves who was capable of cleaning up safely. And the average person wouldn't even know that they were in danger. And just dropping him somewhere which is not even far enough away to be the beach. Yeah, I think he's gonna come back. It's not like Finley's, where he's like, loses conviction because her magic made him lose conviction.
I mean, I can't argue with that. It just doesn't feel right to me.
Short of an actual magic jail, which we're not sure exists in any way, because it certainly doesn't seem to be prosecuted in any way. Landry called normal cops on the other witch.
Who knew him oh so well.
Yes. Which means that he hasn't been called on by magic police either.
Magic cops would be funny.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
all of this to say, I don't really see an alternate solution, honestly. And I still think that Avery's wrong. And the only reason that Nacht isn't going to come back after being released is kind of just convenient writing.
Convenient writing is convenient.
Convenient writing to make it a happy ending. But, like, nothing's been resolved between Graves and Nacht. Nacht's still angry at Graves.
For something.
For something explanation from Graves we're not really receiving. But, like...
Drama. They saved that for the last round.
Yes, I'm sure. But, like, do you understand my point?
I understand your point. I do.
If you cannot prevent him from just doing it again, and he's fairly likely to do it again, I really don't think it's safe to let him out.
I understand. I don't agree. I do agree with Avery.
Okay.
I don't know any other solution.
If he comes back, what are you gonna do? Portal him away again to a not that far off location, and he's just gonna find his way back again? That's not a solution, that's just...
There's probably other ways to stop him.
Such as?
I don't know. I'm not in this world.
From my perspective, as long as he's free, he's gonna come back. Unless there's something like Finley's, where the drama is dropped or resolved.
Also, do we still own the cafe?
Reese also wasn't sure if he'd be there between spaces, waiting for him if he ever tried to use the tear again. So that's a whole other reason. That's a more understandable one. Thanks, Reese. We needed to travel after all. Not really. You could just do normal travel, but okay.
But fast travel. Wouldn't you want to have fast travel in real life?
Yes, especially since Avery keeps oversleeping. Anyway, we haven't seen or heard from Nacht since then. Graves thinks he's going to run off with his tail between his legs for a while. But someday he'll come back. Point. Let him try it. There's 3 of us now. Maybe even more if we can get the others up to speed. I have so much to learn about all this witching stuff, and Reese is eager to show me. But not right now. Right now, I'm going to enjoy this little vacation. I'm not going to worry about the cafe or witches or anything. I'm going to worry about meeting Reese's parents. We've been using the tear to hop around to different boy luck boutiques. Reese says he's ready to produce a few outfits of his own. Starting with a new uniform for the cafe, just like he said. We're going to talk to his dad about it. I might end up modeling or co-producing or something. That's a pretty far step.
But a different outfit.
That's a pretty far step up from wearing whatever I find on the floor that's still clean. Look, if Avery is dating Reese, Reese is not going to allow them to keep wearing trash.
But how can Avery use their magic if they're not wearing trash?
Well, Avery never used their clothes for their magic.
Because their clothes aren't trash to them.
Exactly. Fashion and witching are 2 whole new, big, kind of scary worlds that Reese is bringing me into. But as long as he is here with me, I don't mind. Credits.
Credits.
And it wasn't 20 minutes like you were afraid of. It was 2 hours and 6 minutes.
We got a lot of tangents. We got a lot of tangents.
Yes, but also there was enough content to stretch it out to at least an hour on its own.
Yes, that is true.
Which is why I wasn't worried. If I was just reading this without voicing, yeah, I'd be a little worried. But, like, when we're voicing, when we're, like, doing all this stuff, We're not gonna run out that fast.
We're gonna run out. Lead cat designer. Hired somebody to design cats?
Comments?
How do you design a cat?
By drawing cats.
Are you designing feline consultants? And who's next? Now that you've rearranged it?
Hayes.
Interesting.
Look, I really think that Landry seems to be letting on... Or he
Coffee
seems
magic.
to know a lot more about magic stuff than he's letting on. And he's purposely pretending it doesn't exist. Whereas Hayes clearly does not know anything about magic. He's like, why are you guys talking about magic?
Coffee magic.
I'm not asking what kind of magic each one has. And I also honestly think that it would probably be the most interesting sort of to see how Avery is going to turn what we have seen as Landry's resistance and sort of resentment towards magic into, like...
Him using it.
Yeah. I think that is also, like, sort of a, whole thing. Wait, is Reese in the coffee cup? Is Reese in the coffee cup?
Reese is in the coffee cup.
Reese's cup!
Gosh dang it.
We got it! Also, for some reason, my achievement unlocked isn't going away. It's just staying there.
On Discord, it looks like it tried dropping, but it's stuck. And it looks like it's like bobbing up and down.
Oh, on my screen and also on Twitch Studio, it's just sitting there.
Good job.
It's just staying there.
Good job. This weekend, one day, we'll do Start Hayes, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Apparently I have something on Saturday.
Gosh dang it, you.
Yes. I didn't say I had anything Sunday.
Yet. I know you. It's a yet.
Well, now that I know that I have something on Saturday, I won't schedule anything Sunday stream time. No promises about after hours Sunday, but
Exactly. Okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoyed our long debate on the ethics of leaving him inside the tear.
Hayes is going to be a thing, probably.
I also wonder, what are the logistics of dropping him out of the tear? Does Reese have to be inside the tear in order to let him out? Or can he open it from outside of the tear? How does that work?
Now you're thinking with portals. I had to make the joke.
Where does Chell go when she's in between portals?
Chell? I thought it was pronounced Shell.
I don't know. I always read it as Chell because it's a CH, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Shell.
I forget. It's been a while.
I don't know. Anyway, thanks, goodbye.
Bye.